common technical documents and the dossiers for those countries, and ensuring that we follow all regulatory guidelines. So very good career opportunities like clinical trials and the clinical data management. This is another big area. There are other opportunities, but a lot of those are for the students who have acquired experience in medical and scientific writing. For example, comes at the time when you have acquired some experience in regulatory or clinical trial and pharmacovigilance, and you have a good ability to write topics, English, understand scientific data, you are able to analyze scientific data, you are able to write articles or the journal in good English. So that's where you will, once you progress, you will come into that domain. So these are some of the very important areas. Now, these are the things we do, we learn. If you want to be in clinical trials, you must understand the ethics. Ethics play a very important role. How these ethics and the regulations and the guidelines came, what happened during the World War II as a malpractices by the Nazi forces, the illegal drug experiments which were done on the patients, the thalidomide tragedy, and the other events in the history which changed the way we conduct the clinical trials, how the new ethical guidelines came, how the new regulations were set up. I say GCP principles. What are the roles and responsibilities of each stakeholder? You are an investigator, you're a sponsor of the studies, you're the patient subject population investigator, you're the clinical trial coordinator. All the roles and responsibilities of various stakeholders you need to learn. Essential documents, how we develop them. The clinical trials is also about how we scientifically develop, follow, fill the documents, how we develop the protocol, how we write the clinical trial design, how we write the case report forms, informed consent forms. So various documentations are there as a result of the clinical trials during the pre-trial phase, during clinical trial, post-trial, what sort of essential documents we need to manage. How do we conduct the entire clinical trial, manage the clinical trial, how we conduct clinical trial, how we collect the data during the clinical trials, how we integrate that with the clinical data management softwares, how we analyze this information statistically with the help of SAS softwares and the biostatistics. Pharmacovigilance, I mentioned earlier, you need to, there are various reports you need to prepare, you need to analyze a lot of scientific, the patient safety data, and prepare different kinds of reports for the regulatory agencies, which help regulatory agencies in ensuring the long-term safety of the drug. In regulatory affairs, you learn pretty much all elements end-to-end about the preclinical, clinical stages, how you do the CMC, chemistry, manufacturing, and controls information, filing the various dossiers, submissions, how you do the audits and compliances, how you face audits, how you conduct audits, how you manage the entire regulatory operations of the pharmaceutical companies. These are the important elements you need to know. India is at a very fast growth pace. India is growing almost at 15 to 20% in this industry, depending upon the various areas within the clinical trials, pharmacovigilance, regulatory market. Everything is growing at a very fast pace. And there are reasons for that. The one reason is the availability of the quality workforce. India has a good quality medical professionals, scientists, pharmacy professionals who have good understanding or who want to build career in this space. They want to learn formally the clinical trials and work into this industry. India has the subject population. It's unfortunate, but that's the truth, that we have highest number of patients for most diseases. We have the highest diabetes population in the world. We have one of the highest in the world for the cardiovascular diseases. We also have the cancers, all sorts of oncology cases, different cancer, head and neck, lung cancer, breast cancer. We have the highest cases for in the world. So we have subject population available for the clinical trials. Also, India has got the cost advantage, cost arbitrage. So if you compare the overall cost of conducting clinical trials in comparison to the Western or the US North American markets, we have the pricing advantage. So cost arbitrage is also there. So these things, and now the most important is we have a proper regulations to conduct clinical trials. So all these things motivate the global companies to come and invest in India. And today, as a result of that, we have all the major global pharmaceutical companies, contract research companies, CROs, pharmacovigilance companies, regulatory medical devices companies, all are present in India, and everyone is bringing their new processes to India. And this of the clinical trials and in pharmacovigilance, regulatory, medical devices, this is bringing the major growth in India. And thousands of jobs are being created for freshers every year. Apart from those technical and the scientific skills which you will acquire either internally in your college, or you undergo formal training from the institutes like Cliniminds, which we have been running for the last about 20 years, these programs, and we have contributed. Our contribution to this industry has been over 10,000 trained professionals. Today we have over 10,000 people, students, who have at different stages have done these programs and all are working in the industry globally, including India. But apart from these technical, scientific, medical skills, you must develop other skill sets. The English communication, very important. The sector where we are educating ourselves, let's say the pharmaceutical industry, the clinical trials, the pharmacovigilance, regulatory, all are heavily medical devices, all are heavily, are oriented towards the English language, because we work for the global clients in India, whether it's the Indian companies who are operating in India, all the processes are defined are in English. All the regulations are in English. All the guidelines are in English. So everything is dependent heavily on English communication skills. So you must acquire written, spoken, listening English skills are very important today for you to not only clear interviews but also day-to-day job. You work in a company and you want to work as a research coordinator or as a drug safety associate, all your job roles are going to be in English only. So please improve wherever you get opportunity. I'm sure you're in a great college, you must be learning well your English language, but ensure that you constantly improve English. It's not our mother tongue. We don't learn it at home largely. So we learn it at our schools, colleges, and at the workplaces. Things like presentation skills. Can you present your ideas, your presentation, which you have prepared on the topic in front of 20, 30 your colleagues, your clients in future? Can you lead or participate in group discussion? Very important skill this. How do you speak in group? Do you wait for your turn, or you want to speak more than anyone else? Are you able to manage the group? If the group is not organized, not disciplined, do you have ability to lead that and manage that group discussion? So these are very important skill sets. One of the very important skill set these days is all IT. IT means does not necessarily that you have a programming skills of various software. Yes, maybe some programs like SAS, in business analytics you need, but in most programs you must have good Excel, Word document, PowerPoint presentation skill sets. Once you have these basic skill sets, you are able to type on computer, you are able to prepare a presentation, you are able to do an Excel spreadsheet. You will, this is the one skill which will get you job in the market. Second skill which will get you job in the market is your communication skill set, presentation, interview skills. You are able to appear for interview. You are able to read, write, speak, listen in English. Some of these skills will just these on this particular slide, the skill sets what you have. This could be almost 50% of the skill sets that recruiter, the employer is looking at you, into you, because they want to see whether you can communicate well with people, you can speak in interview, you can tell about yourself, your education qualification, what have you studied, any work experience, any internships, any volunteering experiences. You should be able to explain to the recruiter. You should be able to speak in a team. You should be able to present a slide to your colleagues or clients. So these are the skill sets which every recruiter today is looking into, and the ratio is almost 50% while making a decision. You may be very good in technical skills, but if you're not good in communication skill sets or keyboard skill sets or soft skills, the companies may find very hard to hire you. Flexibility and mobility. Wherever you are in Pune or in any other town, be ready to move out of your city if you get opportunity. Do not look for your first job in your city. I can tell you with my experience, I got opportunity to work in different cities in India. In my early career, I worked then internationally because I was open to leave my home, the comfort of my home. Sometimes the comfort of our home is our, I would say, enemy sometimes in terms of the finding a good career opportunity. So be mobile, be willing to go to other bigger city where you get a good opportunity. Do not just look for the opportunity in your city. It may or may not be there, those opportunities. So be ready, be mobile, be flexible. I will take a pause here. And if you have any question or one of your coordinators, Mr. Chetan or anyone else can take questions from students on technical, we will take it. And now I'll pass on the presentation to Vinayak to take it from here on about Clindamyines, what we do, about various courses we have in the same field, and what we have been doing in Maharashtra.
Chetan sir, over to you for the questions. I guess there is some. Chetan sir, if you're there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So we can take up the questions.
Yes, have you unmuted students?
Yes, students will be able to unmute.
So you can unmute and ask the questions. Ask the question. So whether these courses are available online?
Yes,
Hello.
yes, yes. So Clinemines was established in the year 2004. So yes, we offer the live e-learning programs under the approval of the Life Sciences Sector Skill Development Council. This is under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So all our programs are in the online live e-learning mode, built in with the software trainings. The students learn the related softwares. So for example, in clinical research, they'll work on the ETMF software. In pharmacovigilance, there is a safety database. In clinical data management, there is a data management software. The programs are approved, accredited by the Life Sciences Sector Skill Development Council. And the programs are also internationally accredited by Accreditation Council for Clinical Research Education. This body is in US. So the programs have been accredited from about last 11 years from international accreditation as well.
Hello.
Yes, 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 Chetan.
Students are interested in knowing charges for the courses.
We can discuss, we will let you know. So after the meeting, after this is over, we will definitely
Okay.
send you the information
Vinayak,
also.
you can take them through the various programs in the CRPV, CDM, and regulatory.
Programs which we offer here at Clinemint for the fresher B Farms and the pharmacy graduates, postgraduates, and farms. The program is in the clinical research and the pharmacovigilance. So that's the flagship program of Clinemint for B Farm and farm freshers who want to enter the corporate sector career. So these programs are in the 4 months full-time duration or 6 months weekend duration. If the college wants to conduct these classes, we can do that as well. So the programs are in the online live e-learning. So the clinical research, pharmacovigilance. If students wish to take up the clinical data management program as well, we do have that option available where they will learn all the three programs: clinical research, pharmacovigilance, data management. So this program is in the 4 months full-time duration or 6 months weekend duration. 4 months full-time program means there will be live e-learning sessions conducted by senior trainers Monday to Friday daily, 4 to 5 hours daily. All are very senior trainers at Cliniminds who come with 15 plus years of experience in this sector, minimum 15 plus years experience in the sector, all senior trainers who would be training you as per the job roles. Built in these courses, there are software trainings, pharmacovigilance safety database where they'll learn ICSR's individual case safety reporting. They'll work on the ETMF software, clinical data management softwares. The certifications in the program are by the Life Sciences Sector Skill Development Council, Government of India approved program under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Second, students get the Clinemine certificate, which is the US accredited PG diploma. Third is they get the GCP certificate, Good Clinical Practices, ICS GCP, Good Clinical Practices certificate. Fourth, the program is built in, integrated with the online internship through our partner CRO company, Clinical Research Organization, ThinkEye. Then the main thing which everyone is looking for is the placement. So we take the responsibility of the placements as part of the uh, Clinemines program. All the students start getting, so towards the end of the program, we start arranging the job interviews in the companies. The job interviews are in the CRO companies, pharma companies, IT companies, hospitals. So on my screen, you can see the placements of our students. You'll see a lot of B Farm and Farm D placements, students getting placed. My placement record is as recent as yesterday evening, where we have placed students in different companies: TCS, Cognizant, IQVIA, Syneos, Covent, Labcorp, Fortria, Perexel, and many other companies. So in front of your screen, you'll see the latest placements of Clinemines. So the responsibility, so we train as per the job roles. We do the pre-placement training, which has the CV preparation, mock interviews, aptitude test training, English communication sessions, a lot of other corporate sector sessions. That's what we do.
Thank you, sir.
So these are the placements which you can see in the companies. All the Mumbai, Pune is life sciences hub, so enough opportunities within these two places for the students who wish to join this sector. It's a good long-term career, salaries are good, growth is good. Any other questions? Anyone has some questions?
No, sir.
So, Chetan sir, we would be sending you the information. I would be sending
Yes,
you
sir.
the
Yes.
information, then you can circulate with the students.
No, sir.
And Mr. Chetan, what we can do if you have the students together, basically, if you are able to create a batch, we can run a, special batch for your college only.
Yes, I will discuss with our principal and let us go ahead with MOU percent.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, on behalf of Biotech College of Pharmacy, I would like to say thank you to Kamal sir for sharing his valuable knowledge in the field of career opportunities for pharmacy students. I would like to say thank you to Vinayak sir for coordinating the session. Thank you very much, sir. We will be in touch
Thank you,
and
thank
let us
you.
go ahead